Hey guys, so today I got another review for you, and this is the Athearn Union Pacific gas turbine. And so, yeah, this box is huge. So yeah, there it is. I like how it says Union Pacific on it instead of just Athearn. And so there's the side. So this is the Veranda, so it's the second generation. Let's pull the top of the box off. This box is really heavy, so yeah. Here's the manual. It talks about it a little bit as a little picture. There's the diagram and then there's the other part of the diagram. And here's the tender. And that's the limited warranty. You have some foam that you take out. And there we go. So let's unbox the tender first. So this is just like most Athearn engines. Just slides out and then you pop that off. And there you go. So I'll set that right here for a minute and look at the engine. So there it is. Slide this cover off. And better down a little bit. Okay, so now we got it unboxed. I will set that down and I'll clean this up real quick. Okay, so, oops. Oh man, I hope I didn't break anything. So first, before I get to this, I'd like to show you that this box comes with some extra parts. So it comes with a bell and those two grab irons. I'm not sure where they go. And then it comes with an extra pilot, I guess, to put on there. And so yeah, that's the box. Okay. So now, to connect this, you have to put the plug in. That's kind of tough. Okay, I think I got it in there. It's kind of tough to not break anything, especially the handrails. But while I have this flipped over, I'll show you that. I'll show you some of the stuff I wanted to show you on the underbody. Here's the underbody. I want to say that the motor only powers this truck and this truck, but all of the wheels pick up. It's kind of hard to see, but they all have pickups right there. And there's not very much underbody detail besides those. Kind of far away, I'm sorry, but yeah. And then you have some things for speakers right here on both sides. And that's about it. So here we are at the front of the turbine now, and I was just going to give you a quick history on it. So after World War II, General Electric started designing the turbines, and in 1948 they did the first test, and by 1950 they started producing them. The first one was the smooth side turbine, or it wasn't necessarily smooth, but it didn't have this walkway on the side. And then this was the second generation, and then the 3-unit turbine, the big blow, is the third generation. So the second generation and the first generation. Both produced 4,500 horsepower, and the third one produced 8,500 horsepower. And the Veranda turbines weighed 551,720 pounds. And I think they were all retired by 1965, if I'm right. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure if I am. So, starting on the model. Okay, let's move this a little bit closer so we can get some really good detail shots. So, right off the bat, you have the windshield wipers right there. Those look awesome. These windows are great. There's a really nice cab interior that you can see right there. 65 on the side, and you got the horn on the top and these really nice grab irons. That box, I'm not sure what it is. More grab irons right here and here. They're all separately applied. 2 more grab irons. So here we have the nose, and there's a good angle. So you got the big flag or the wings on it, which I think is amazing. Yeah, safety tread right here, which I love, if you can see that. Then you have the coupler cut lever, grab irons, McHenry couplers, I think, or McCady, I don't know, the ones Athearn puts on, the more prototypical small ones. And so the plow is gray, you know, has some steps. All it looks amazing. And this door is awesome. Has the little door handle that is molded in. I'm pretty sure this is plastic, but it does weigh quite a bit. It has a good weight. So you got the sand filler hatches right here. Kind of hard to see. I'll show you that in a minute. And you have the really nice headlight. And 2 more lights right there. I think they all light up. I don't have a decoder in this, but I hope to someday. Moving to the side, you have the Veranda walkway. These handrails are actually really durable for Athearn. Like, usually, you know how Athearns are really, like, they're just plastic and they're not really that durable. These ones are actually really durable. I have a nice ladder here. I think you can take this ladder off to make it go around tighter corners. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure you can. And you have all these doors here that look amazing. And safety tread. These trucks are pretty nice. It's all one piece except for this, I'm pretty sure. And you got the springs, the leaf spring, coil springs, brake shoe in there. All looks awesome. General Electric actually cycled these trucks and used them on the U50s. And so if they do look familiar, that's probably why. And here you have some kind of molded pipe, if you can see that. Down here you have this, I don't know if it's a fuel tank because they have the extra tender on the back. The turbines used bunker C fuel, which made them a lot more reliable, I guess, because the bunker C fuel was really easy to get because it was like, after when they made actual fuel, bunker C is what was left over, and so they could get it really easily and really cheap. And so these used bunker C fuel, and actually had a diesel motor in it, a 250 horsepower diesel motor, just to move around the yard because they're so loud. And they had really bad, like, idling. If they were idling for a while, they had really bad fuel economy, but besides that, they had actually pretty good fuel economy for how much fuel they used. So you have these vents that are molded in, but that's okay. Then you have some kind of fuel thing. Here's the truck again. Here's a better look at the safety tread. It's kind of a shadow over here, but you could look right here. And And there's a better look at the grab irons. So you can see they're pretty durable. Oh, and it does say Union Pacific along the side. But yeah. So up here on the roof you have etched metal, it looks like, which that looks awesome. I can't tell if this is etched metal, it could be, but that also looks awesome. I have a window right here, I'll show you in a minute. There's the ladder to get down. Looks like another molded in pipe right there and something in there. And all these doors look amazing, especially with that pattern on them. It almost looks like it's not molded in. I can't tell. Moving back, we got the window. And it says Union Pacific Railroad in 65. It's the number of this turbine. Not a lot to see here. There's those cool panels right there. More truck detail down there, that little thing. And this thing, whatever that is. Okay, now let's move back to this tender. So, yeah, I want to note that the handrails on top of here aren't as durable as the other ones. And they do pop out a lot, and if you're not careful, they will easily break. So I'm going to hurry and put these back in. I better glue those in eventually. And another thing I like is that that's actually etched metal on the top of there, which looks awesome. If that'll focus. Right here you have a really nice truck detail. It is all molded in, so it doesn't look as good as like the ones that aren't molded in, I guess. But it doesn't look too bad. And you have a little chain right there. It has okay underbody detail. Have another little chain right here. It's all molded in, but it doesn't look too bad because you're not, at least I don't pay too much attention to what's going on right there under it. Really crisp paint on the side of here. See, I really like it. I love how the etched metal puts that little pattern on there with the light. Have a little ring right there. Now I'll move it to the back. Okay, so UP65. You have this headlight right here, and the plug is for the headlight. And that's separately applied. That's pretty cool. Have the two ladders on the side, more etched metal up here. I'll show you in a minute. Coupler cut lever. More separately applied grab irons up here. Nice little fuel thing right there. And a little thing right there I really like. That's pretty cool. Plug. And I just want to say real quick, I really am not a big fan of this plug because it's so hard to plug in, and you can't really press up here because you'll break these, because these grab irons are really not stable. I've almost broken them a couple times already. And so there's the wire right there. I usually don't plug it in actually, because it's just so tough to plug in. On this side of the tender, you've got a brake wheel up here and some fuel line thing right there. So starting at the cab, you have this really nice green color on the nose and the hand filler hatches, some separately applied grab irons here and up here, which all looks awesome. And you have these horns that I showed you before, which also look awesome, and more grab irons right here. I usually don't like Athearn. They're not my favorite company, especially when it comes to steam engines, but I really love their DD40 and their turbine. It's just amazing how much detail they put on here. I mean, they could have put more, but for the price, it's actually really good. And then you have this separately applied detail right here, and more etched metal right here. I can't really get a better picture, but that should help. And then you have the exhaust right here. Well, this is the actually exhaust. I'm not sure what that is. I'm pretty sure it's another exhaust thing, or if there's maybe a detail goes in there. I don't know. These hatches are awesome right here. You've got even more etched metal pieces. Can't tell if that's cast in, but this is all etched metal right here. That looks awesome. You have no idea. It looks even better in real life than it does on the camera. And this is a little etched metal walkway, which looks awesome. They put so much detail on the top of here, which I just think that's amazing, since that's usually what you see in HO scale. You have this that I showed you at the etched metal, and you have this little grab iron, which is awesome. That hatch, dude, this is. And you have a little wire right there. I'll show you where that goes. These fans are awesome. More of those things that I saw earlier. When I'm doing reviews, I just can't. I see a lot more detail than I usually do when I'm just running these or detailing them a little at that box. And I guess more exhaust things right here, which is also really awesome. And this pipe right here goes down and just stops right there. These, one time I was kind of in a hurry and I accidentally put the engine in the box backwards, and I bent these because I tried to like smash it down on accident, but they didn't break off, so that's pretty cool. That's how durable they are. They are kind of screwed up now, but I'll see if I can fix them later. You have a really nice rivet pattern on here, and I think that's awesome. Then you have these hatches, and whatever these are, they're cool too. Top of the tender is even more awesome because you have this really awesome etched metal, really cool. And then you have, then you have that hatch. It's metal across the whole thing. And so yeah, the paint on this is really awesome also. And pretty much everything looks good. In all, this is a really awesome model of the turbine. The MSRP is $239.99, and it's DCC ready. It has an 8 or 9 pin plug. But anyway, I think that it is really nice for the amount of money. So you can usually find them pretty cheap. They were made a little while ago. They're kind of hard to find, but if you can, in my opinion, it's worth it. Especially if you're not like somebody that only loves brass and everything else isn't good enough, you know. You know who you are. But it does have really nice detail for only being ready to roll. I love the safety tread and everything. This is really cool. Has a really good motor, but it's only powering 2 of the trucks, and so these two kind of glide a little bit, and they can derail pretty easily if your track isn't very nice. If it has a lot of problems, it could derail a little bit. And has 2 places for it to go for a speaker, which is really cool. The turbine is 83 feet, so it will fit on a 90-foot turntable, which is good for me. And it has a really nice cab interior that I love. I always wish it had figures. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we can take a look at it running. You can listen and It has a pretty quiet motor. Okay, so now we got her on the tracks. I was gonna show you how the motor sounds. It's pretty quiet, but now we're gonna move her forward so you can hear. And now we're gonna move her backwards. You got that really nice tail light. The minimum radius is 18, so that makes it a little bit nicer for you guys that don't have huge radiuses. I also found that this light on the back works, like right here. I think that actually works because I was running it backwards a little bit before I filmed this, and it lit up, so I thought that was pretty cool actually. I didn't notice that before now. Here's the headlight, and here's the tail light.